Hey guys, here we are again. Oh, there's my portal right there. Forgot I did that. Gotta wait for the frames to settle. I'll just I'll sit here and I'll do this for a second. Let's turn this music down for a second. So that's about a change, guys. That's about a change for me. About to be moving in about 3 days. 3 days. I have some really hard things I'm gonna have to do tomorrow, so I probably won't be streaming this again for a while. I did take a break initially, the first time that I started this Let's Play. Hi Minecraft. Hold on. It's Hi Minecraft. I won't be getting high super often after this point because I'll be going towards newer and better things. You know, there's a lot more important things to life than just getting high. I've only been doing it because recently I've gone through some pretty troublesome things and I needed to clear my head for a little bit. Hold on. And while clearing my head, I've had a lot of time to think, and a lot of time to grow, and I'm gonna be moving. You know, I won't be going to Langston. I'm at currently because for the past like 2 years, I've been at university, but I'm taking the leap, guys. It's a thing that a lot of people. It's either hit or miss. I'm either gonna make it or I'm gonna fail, but you know, I'm better than that. I ain't gonna fail. Saying that right here, right now, to the 2 or 3 people that might watch this stream, and if I get really popular, then I'm sure a couple hundred people will come back someday and watch this stuff. It's weird. It's all I really wanted ever since I was a kid, you know. Have a fan base, be popular, be rich, you know. It's the typical, it's the new, like the modern American dream now, you know. That like almost every kid my age, at least at some point in their life, either thought about or wanted, and I really wanted it, you know. Like this is a side channel that I made for, because I don't want to post gaming stuff to my main channel anymore, because that's not what I'm about anymore. I don't even play games too much anymore, but you know, here I am playing them, because I don't know, here at my college I haven't been able to be, you know, everything that I could be. It's been really stagnating, may I say. I've learned more. To any of you young people out there, and I'm young as well, obviously, but you know, I know there's kids out there, you know, like if you're under the age of 18, right? You're 17, 16. Understand that if you want to go to college, make sure that you're doing it for you. Make sure that you're doing it for you. If there's even a slight bit of part of you that's saying you're doing it for these other people, meaning your family and everything like that, and doing it to make them happy, I'm going to tell you right now, you're going to have a very bad time in college. It's going to be a miserable experience for you, man. You have to go here because you want to go here. I want you to really take that in. If you want to go to college, it has to be because you yourself are so excited and you just really want to go. You're not doing it for other people. You're not doing it because, oh, well, I'm going to go there and my friends are going to be there. That's another thing of doing it for other people. If you're thinking, oh, well, all my friends are going there and I want to hang out with them more, you know, but like, I don't really care too much, but my friends are there, you know, and we can do it together. Understand that that is also a pitfall that you could fall into. It's, it'll be really tough for you, and some people are able to just stick it out and just stick it all the way through, but I learned the hard way. Like, firstly, I'm not the kind of person to just sit and endure something for no reason, you know. I will change my circumstance, and it was very sudden that I made the decision like a week ago to leave, and you know, I bought my ticket and I'm gonna be leaving. It's tough and it's a little upsetting because I put a lot of stock into this place. I really did. And I did like it. I did like it. That's not to say that I didn't like college. I did. I did like my experience here. I learned so much here, but I didn't learn what you think that you'd learn. You know, I learned life lessons. I grew. I matured more. I became a better person, a genuinely better person. People have come to me and said to me like, "Wow, you really are different," and it makes me happy when I hear that. You know, it lets me know that, oh, this is like, it means something. I really did change. But inside the classroom, it's hard to focus. Can't really. It's not even that I don't know how to do it. You know, I'm sitting there not doing well in my classes, and I'm the one tutoring and helping other people who are doing well in their classes because they need the help. Because it's not that this work is hard. It's just I can't apply myself or put myself to it because it's not what I want to do. I don't care about it. You know, I came here for the wrong reasons. I'm sure I'll come back. I'm sure I will come back at some point and finish out, you know, getting a college degree, getting an education because I want that, you know, because I'm excited about doing that. You know? Not because of anything else, not because of the other reasons that I did it for. That's the part that hurts the most, is I put a lot of time, and the things that I hoped would happen weren't the things that happened. Yes, I'm appreciative of the things that did happen, but this wasn't what I wanted. It wasn't at all what I wanted. So now I have to make a change. Wow, I feel like I've been here before. And not here in this Minecraft world. Like, I just got the craziest sense of deja vu. Craziest. It happens to me all the time, the deja vu thing. Like, way more than average. And I know that because I ask people how often they experience deja vu. I'm like, how often do you get deja vu? And they're like maybe like once or twice in a couple months, you know. Me, this shit happens to me like daily. It's crazy. I don't know, it could be nothing, but it just makes me think a lot. Can't tell you guys everything, obviously, because you guys are just out there. But the reason why I say all this stuff is so that, you know, that if anybody out there is young, like, understand that you're gonna think you know everything. You will. You're gonna sit there and you're like, well, I don't know everything. Shut up. You're already refuting exactly what I just said. Like, you're going to think that you know more than you actually do. And trust me, you don't. And there never will come a time when you do. No matter how old you get, no matter how much you know, like, every barrier you pass, there will be another barrier to get through. You never stop learning, ever. Wow, this is loud, guys. Hold on, turn that down. There we go. Okay, that's better. I turned that down. The volume was like super loud. Let's see. Let's actually do something while we're here talking. I guess. I don't just, you guys just don't want to see me run around on the map. What did I want? I am leaving a lot of things behind. And every time, like, I keep getting a bunch of, what'd you call it? I need a better storage system. Seriously. This can't work. This can't work. I gotta at least upgrade these chests, so. Gold, maybe? Need gold? Got some gold here. But yeah, I am a little sad because there is a lot of opportunities I'm missing out on. There's a lot I could be doing if I could focus, you know. And it's not even like, oh, I'm just sitting down. Like, I'm not one of those kids that goes out and parties. You know, I've been here for 2 years and I haven't gone to a single college party, not one. Because I don't really care about that kind of stuff. You know, I've lived a pretty adventurous life. I've done a lot of things and I will continue to do a lot of things. So all of that which I've done in my life compared to a party where, like, what, you're gonna go and do drugs and get drunk, like, alright, I guess there's a lot more to life than that, you know. And some people can get sucked into that, but I feel this message isn't really for those people, you know, because those people, they're gonna want to do that inside and outside of college. It's not gonna matter. They came to college because it's another thing. I'm talking to the kids that are like me, the ones who came to college really wanting, or came to college or are looking to go to college really wanting to, like, grow and learn so much, you know. Like, yeah, you're gonna learn some things, there'll be some classes, but you're gonna learn the most from the experiences and the situations and the life that you live when you're here. You know, when you actually go to a college. And this is for people who decide not to live with your parents, because if you're still living with your parents, you're going to be in a whole different mindset. You know, kids these days they're surrounded by so much anxiety because of the rules and implications that their parents put around them that they can barely think for themselves. I'm talking about those who actually go to college, live there, and experience it, or those that want to leave home, go there and experience college the way that I experienced it, right? That's what I'm talking about. And let me tell you, just make sure you're doing it for the right reasons. It has to be for you. It can't even be an excuse like, oh, well, I'm getting out of here so that I don't have to live with my parents anymore. That in of itself that's kind of a reason, but you're not going to stay for long. As soon as you find a way to get out of the college, you're going to leave. You know, especially if you have your own parents paying for your college for you. You know, if your parents are paying for it, then you're still like kind of underneath them. Like, yes, you're out, you can do whatever you want now, but there's like a shadow looming over you of, you know, your parents saying like, well, you can and can't do this, and it's still gonna give you that layer of anxiety. Once that layer of anxiety goes away and you realize that your life is your life, that everything really does begin to change at that point, you know. And for people like me, it's a good thing. You know, there are a lot of people who get older and they go on to life and they actually end up hating being an adult because they lived a different kind of childhood. But if you lived a childhood like mine, you wanted nothing more than to get away from home. You just wanted to be away, you know, just as far away as possible. Every time that you slept at your friend's house, it was awesome. Every time you got to get away and do this with somebody or do that, or just not be at home, you know, like you'd stay out as long as possible until you were, you know, told to come back home. It's a very specific type of people, but I feel like if you're watching my content and you've kept up with me, or you've come back because you like the person that I am, because right now my content, like, nobody really knows who I am right now, you know, like I've got a pretty okay following, but I'm not known, you know. But if in the future I do become known and, you know, a certain type of person comes back, then chances are you are the kind of person, at least where you're at least a tiny bit, even if it is just a fraction, you've got a little bit of what I have in my mind, in the way that I think. And that's not to say that I think any more or any better or any worse than any other person, but I just think differently than the average person. I want different things, you know, like everybody wants success or whatever, of course. And I was talking about that earlier, how I had that typical like American dream and whatnot, the new modern American dream. But I'd say I'm not one of those people that cares a whole bunch about money. Like I definitely want to. I definitely want to like get into everything, and I am getting into everything about money to like learn it, really understand like what's going on when it comes to that. But at the same time, why is this? What's going on here? Huh? Are you... What's wrong here? Something going on? Well, that's not the right way to put it. Huh? What? It was giving power. It was definitely giving power. What's going on here? Hold on. Let me go sleep. Picture me decently active body type, black male, tall, shirtless with a do-rag on and PJs on for pants. That's the look I've got going on right now. Later today we're gonna do our 300 push-ups and really start to get going. What's happening here? Why is this doing this? Why is my life hurting right now? Not life, sorry. Also, important thing that I'm learning as well. please do remember and know that your words do affect your reality. I don't care what you have to say about it. You're going to learn this. You're going to learn this as you get older. But just take my advice now and understand it. And then know that you're going to understand it more when you get older. Damn, I would have hated that. No, for real, though. I just don't want to get into it. Because it is a pretty big thing. You know, it's not like a thing where it just has a simple solution. Because some people can just take advice and understand it. But if you're like me, then you question everything. And you're not just going to take anything by face value. You're going to be like, but that's physically impossible. Really, everything is... Whatever bullshit thoughts that you have. I had to get over that. But you're probably going to have similar thoughts to and around that. So understand you're going to figure this out later on in your life. And it's going to make sense. You're going to be like, oh, that's why they told me to do this. But just keep it in your mind. Your actions and your words affect your reality. If you go out act with a looking depressed, then you're going to draw depression more to you. You're going to draw everything you do in your life, whether it's your mindset, your goals, your sexual orientation, how you feel, your mood, everything. All of it is influenced by your words and your actions. If you go out feeling like you're going to lose, then the chances increase that you are going to lose. If you go out feeling like you're going to win, chances are you're probably going to win. You go out feeling like confident, people are going to think you're confident. If you go out feeling embarrassed or shy or whatever, people are going to look at you and be like, he's weak, he's shy. Understand that. It's just a fact of reality. I'm sorry. It doesn't make sense. I know. It's weird. And if you do get it, awesome. Good for you. At least you understood it faster than I did. Because it took me a while to get that shit. I was struggling. I did not get it. It's just like, but why? Things happen and all this and whatever and all that bullcrap, everything. You're gonna have those thoughts. You will. And you're probably sitting going like, this guy, he's just on some like weird, what do you call it? Spiritual mumbo jump. No. I'm not talking about all that. No. We're not doing any meek crap around here. This is just simply how it is. Your thoughts and actions and behaviors will affect your reality. Sorry. And yes, everything I said. I won't elaborate it on it further because trust me, if I do, you'll take it the wrong way. You will take it the wrong way and you'll think that I've said something that's going to make you upset. Okay? The goal here is to inject this information to you without making you upset. Because once you're upset and you're confused and you're trying to fight off the ideas of something, then it'll take even longer for you to get it. It'll take even longer. So what I have to do is I have to present it to you in a way where there isn't room for you to feel super negative about one typical thing or another. You can just take the information at face value. But trust me when I say it. It will make your life a whole lot easier once you do. You know? Hey, man. You want to be that confident guy who gets girls? Do. Act like it. Act like it. And watch what happens. Just make sure you're not doing anything shady. If you're doing shady stuff, you do it the wrong way, that will come back on you too. If you put out half-assed work, you're going to get half-assed effort, or you're going to get half-assed results, is what I should say. So they're just not getting power anymore. This is so weird. Do you think it's like the actual water wheel? Should I break that, or is there something going on that I'm not understanding? I don't get it. I really don't. Let's break it and find out. Oh, it's gonna make the waterfall. What the? What? Alright. I don't get it. I don't get it. Uh. Okay. Alright. 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 Let's see. Let's see. Okay. Now, let's go on here. Oh, now you want to work. Now you want to work. Alright. That's fine. It's fine. That's totally fine. I don't even remember what I was talking about, guys. Well, I guess I'll go back to my original thing. Now that all of the things that kept me here have fallen down, because they will. If you use faulty reasons as a reason to go here or go to college or go to university, it's going to start to fall down. Then you're going to find yourself with this horrible feeling of, I have no reason to be here. Once all that kicks in, everything, every single inkling in your body that wants to be there is going to, you're going to feel horrible. It's going to be a horrible feeling. Because there's still things expected of you, you know, and then it becomes like, oh, I've got all this stuff to worry about that I don't even care about, that I don't even want to do anymore. Because, you know, the people will leave, the situations will change, you'll lose trust in certain people, everything will happen, all the stuff will happen, because it's meant to be a learning experience, you know? So, you know, and then you'll be left with a choice. You'll either have to force yourself to do it for the reasons that you know don't matter, and then just grind it through because it's more comfortable because you've been there for time, or take the risk making every single person upset, everybody mad, everybody angry, and do what you need to do for you, you know? It's very, very interesting. Here's the idea that's it's gonna really, really mess with your head. It's gonna really mess with your head, and I won't be able to explain it right now because I'm not in the right headspace. But if you're a person who's not inherently selfish, right? You care about people, right? Like how I was as a kid, right? I really wanted to put everybody else first. Really cared about people. Just enjoy taking care. If you're that kind of person, I'm gonna freak you out. It's actually more selfish to put yourself last, and more selfless to put yourself first and then help other people when you're in a good position. So if you neglect helping yourself, then you actually have much less help to actually be able to give other people, in turn making you more useless than you are useful, then perpetuating a negative influence to be around people. Whereas if you help yourself, and then when you are in good positions to help other people, then and only then are you truly actually being a good, selfless person. Now that, my friends, is freaky, isn't it? If you're an old person, you know, and if you've learned these lessons in life, then it's like, well, no duh. But, you know, in the society that we have, a lot of people don't realize that. A lot of people aren't even in the headspace. I sure as heck don't know anybody that really, not anybody, but I don't know very many people that really have to think this mindset. And the few people that I do know, I had to teach them this stuff. or I had to introduce them to the ideas. Whereas the people who I do know that already knew this stuff, I'd say I could count on one hand the amount of people that I know that already know this stuff, that I know personally. Like, I know that there are people out there who've done it. There's tons of people out there who, like, got to understand it, tons. But the people that I know personally, people that I've met in my life, that I could say that actually understand and embody this and really know it truly, it's so very small. And it'll take you a really long time to figure it out, because a lot of people just don't get to the point where they realize that. And there's a lot behind it too. There's not just that, but it helps to know, like, the first key ingredient that you may be missing, because if you are like me and you are that kind of person, then you're going to find yourself wanting to help people a lot. And then you're going to be confused as to why people don't appreciate you, or why people don't care or like it or even understand, or and then when you're like, then you're going to get frustrated and be like, but I put in all this effort, you know, and I did what I had to do, and I neglected myself. You're going to be pissed. So the thing is, because you still have to deal with your problems, right? So when you put in all this work for other people and it's not appreciated the right way, then you're going to be pissed, because you're still going to be upset that you had to go through all of that hardship. You're going to be very upset. You're like, damn, I went through all of that. I made myself go through all of that just so that this person cannot care. What is that? Oh, I know what that is. That's danger. Oh my god. Yeah. So it's gonna confuse you. It's gonna hurt you. You're not gonna get it, you know, and then it's gonna make you upset. Then you're gonna want to lash out. Then you might become for temporarily a bit of a negative person. You'll be like, I wanted to be nice, but this world just made me this way. And it's like, yes and no, you know, especially if you've heard this message. You know, in a way, you yourself set yourself up in a position for this to happen. You really did. So you went out there with the energy of, screw myself, and let's get these other people happier. And now they're sitting there being, you know, excited to just drag on you, and here you are suffering. That's the energy that you put out. You know, it's weird. It doesn't make sense. Everything is like Rumpelstiltskin in this entire world. It's all this very Rumpelstiltskin kind of thing. Like, you know, be careful what you wish for, because you'll most likely get it. But if you don't put it in the work the right way, then it's going to come out really messed up. Like I said, you put in half-ass the work, you're gonna get half-ass the result. You will. Even if it seems good to you, had you actually put in the work, the result that you would get would be more, you know? And to understand that real work takes commitment. It doesn't take like just one thing, because sure, you might get like one result, you know, but you got to put in a lot of hours into it. A lot of hours into what you know is really important, not into bullcrap. Things that you're not doing for the right reasons, other things like that, those are all bullcrap things that you don't need. Shouldn't be worried about. Glowstone, that's what I want. I need armor. Got 16 of these ruby things. Sapphire? Let's take a couple of these down. Let's go mining. I want some schmeckles. I want some ores. So yeah, as soon as I leave and I go to California, I will be, you know, I'll be taking another break, and I won't be able to play games as much anymore. Like, when you get older, the thing that happens is you stop being able to enjoy games the same way anymore, because now you've got different priorities, and it makes it hard for your brain to justify being able to play a game, you know, being able to sit down and participate in a virtual world that doesn't mean anything, you know. Like, I'm so happy that I got these Peridot gems, but again, it's virtual, it's not real. You know, this is all just ones and zeros. It doesn't affect me or affect my life in any way on the outside world. When you're a kid, it doesn't matter. None of it matters. You know, you don't have any other responsibility. Your responsibility is your school, and then once you do that, you know, and then you might have a responsibility to yourself, you know. Really, you've got like 3 things. 4. I'd say 4. You got 4 things to worry about. And let's make it 5 just in case I find out one more. You got your responsibility to make your parents happy. You got your responsibility to make your school happy, as in your grades, and that all falls underneath the parents anyway. Because if your parents don't care, you're not going to care about grades. So really, let's shorten that down. 1 reason, make your parents happy. That's one of your responsibilities as a child. Number 2, you know, finding friends and or relationships. You know, getting a girlfriend or getting a friend, those are going to be important to you. You know, whether or not you deal with that in the appropriate way or not. It's all going to help make you happy. And then other than that, damn, other than those like 2 things, oh, right. And number 3, if you've got siblings, you've got a responsibility for your other siblings. And that's it. That's the top 3 right there. Those are the only things that you have to worry about as a kid. That's it. Then as soon as you become an adult, now you have a responsibility to do other things. So you can't ever justify being able to sit and play games because you're not doing anything. You'll be constantly thinking, if you are a person that can, some people can, you know, get it out of their head and they can do it anyway, but it's always going to feel weird. It's always going to feel a little awkward, you know, like, could be out getting money right now. Instead, I'm participating in a virtual world, you know. Only reason I'm doing it right now is because right now, until I've got a ticket going out to Los Angeles on Saturday, I'll be moving, you know. And I've already gotten done pretty much tying down all my connections here. All I've got left is making a few phone calls, and that's it. I've pretty much taken care of my responsibilities, so now I'm just waiting for time to go by. Wabbity-dabbity. What is that? So this is Y10. So this is like fine for mining, right? I'd say so. I don't need those there. Ooh! You know, unfortunately, there are some kids out there that they don't have the luxury of being a kid. So always remember that if you have the luxury of being a kid, do not take that for granted. Because there are some people out there, there are some kids out there that they do have to worry about all of the complicated stuff that being an adult has to worry about, because they just live in such an unfortunate situation that, you know, they have to abandon being a child. Their childhood is taken away from them, you know. If you have the ability to be a kid, oh my god, please use it. You can literally get away with damn near anything. Like, don't kill your parents or anything like that, but, like, seriously, honestly, you could probably get away with accidentally killing somebody else other than your parents. If you accidentally kill somebody else, like, as a kid, they're just gonna, like, you know, put you in some, like, mental institution for a little bit, study you, and then, like, you're practically fine. Like, you don't have to worry. They're not, unless you live in like a third world country, they're not sending you to jail as a kid, especially if you're in America. Like, do not take that for granted. You are so gifted to be able to be in an opportunity where you have the ability to be a kid, because there's a lot of people out there who never get to be a kid. Let me tell you, that's a sad life to live. It is. It's not fun in the slightest. You may think so, but trust me. You do not want to rush your childhood, because here's the thing, you know, when you're a kid, you can always do adult stuff and then go back. You always have the go back option, you know, like when it's time to be a kid, it's time to be a kid. Trust me, all kids know this, you know, like you do your bad stuff and they're like, oh, I didn't know, I'm so young, you know, and then, you know, then when you want to do adult stuff, you're like, man, I'm grown, I can do this myself, you know. The kids always do that, you know, they always want to go back and forth. But here's the problem: when you're an adult, once you cross the barrier and you're like, all right, I'm signing into adult stuff, when people see you as an adult, you can't go back to the other barrier. Never. You can skip from one side to the other, but once you get to the other side and you're actually there, the other side just disappears. You don't get that anymore. So trust me, you have the ability to be a kid, enjoy being a kid. Be silly, goof off, have a good time. You know, don't take anything too seriously. Literally, take the least amount of things seriously as possible, because you're a kid. You can practically get away with it. Just got diamonds, and I'm not even looking for diamonds. We're glowing too. It's very important. You know, I knew a lot of kids that were so focused on being serious and being more adult, and then when they grew up, they were like, oh my god, they realized what they did. They realized, holy crap, I did all of that hard work and focused on being a kid when I was a kid, and now that I'm an adult and I've gotten terribly bored and terribly frustrated with living this stupid life of, you know, like, because adulting life ain't easy. It's gonna get hard real quick, and it's gonna get tiresome, and it's gonna get painful. You know, it's gonna get very painful. Do not, you're gonna sit there and be like, man, I miss being a kid. Imagine that, missing being a kid. You'll miss being a kid. You don't want that. You don't want that. So I made sure that me and all my friends, we lived life where, you know, I did, because I always knew. I don't know how I knew, but when I was young, I just knew, like, understood the idea that childhood was gonna be the smallest part of my life. You know, you think about it, you get 18 years of being a kid, and technically you get like 2 more years before you're like 21 and legal age comes along. But for the majority of everything, like 18 years of like really being a kid, you know, and then suddenly childhood is over. And then if you live a decent enough life, you're gonna get like 80 years of being an adult. The adulting thing never ends. That doesn't end. So I knew that. I knew that as a kid. So I was like, oh no, I'm gonna do everything. I did all the stuff. Anything I could get away with, I did it. Even if I knew I was gonna get in trouble, I was like, damn, I'm gonna get in trouble for this. But, you know, I won't be able to do this stuff when I'm older. So let's get it. You know, because like when you're older and you try to do silly stuff too much, then they just send you to jail. You know? So please take advantage of being a kid. Do the stupid stuff. Have a good time. Don't do anything too stupid. Don't be doing adult shit like doing crack and cocaine, okay? That shit is, not saying that if you're an adult you should do that either, but you know, that's some real, like, oh, that's when kids want to be an adult, you know? They want to do drugs and weed and stuff like that. I didn't even text my first sip of alcohol till like late, like almost to 17. And I didn't even touch weed till like later on after that, which is, for my age group and the people that I grew around, that was like almost unheard of. They were like touching that crap at like 14, you know, wanting to be an adult, but only wanting to be an adult in the way that you can have fun, you know. They don't want to do the hard adult stuff. No kid wants to do that. And then sometimes you do. Sometimes you do get them kids who want to do that. Those are the ones who end up them like just as miserable as the other ones. The other ones that get sent to jail, and on the other side, you're miserable and you wish you were a kid again. You know, me, I'm excited. I'm happy. Because ladies and gentlemen, I want to tell you, I played the kid card so well. And it was great. It was great. I enjoyed my childhood. I did so much. I traveled the world. I went around. I just did a whole bunch of things. I experienced stuff. I mean, seriously, I lived an amazing childhood. Like, I had so many ups and downs, so many exciting moments, so many really sad moments. Like, my childhood was not sunshine and rainbows, let me tell you that. But it was a good childhood. It was a good one. Oh yeah. And now I have no desire to go back. No desire. I did all the I experienced all the hurt, all the hurt of. See, that's the thing is like, when you get an adult and you spend all your childhood trying to be an adult, then when you're an adult, you're gonna want to do childish things, childish, immature, stupid things. You're gonna get the urge every now and then. When you're adult, it's gonna affect you so much worse. You know, things that you could do, even if it's something as simple as like eating the wrong kind of food. You know, so a bit like, not saying you're gonna do anything illegal. Maybe you're just like, I want to eat candy like when I was a kid again. You know, your body does not work the same way when you're an adult. Every little thing that you do is going to affect you so much differently when you're an adult. It's gonna be like night and day, insane. How much it's going to affect you differently. You're like, wow, when I was a kid, I did this a couple times and it was fine. But now I'm an adult and I ate this chocolate bar and now I'm dying. You know, it's like some dumb crap like that, and it's gonna scare you. It's gonna freak you out. And, you know, you can get away with stuff when you're a kid. You can get away with anything. You know, so do the silly stuff. Like, not anything too bad, but do the silly stuff. You know, break the rules every now and then. Your mom says come home at 10. Come home at 11. You know, have fun with your boys, have a good time. As long as it's kind of positive fun, or I'd say not even that, because you like get the negative stuff out the way. Right. That's what I was saying. Sorry guys, I'm a little high, but that's what I was saying. Is like, when you're a kid, you get to do all the stupid stuff, and then learn from it, and then experience the hardship. Saying is, when you experience the hardship of doing stupid stuff when you're a kid, it teaches you. Then like, oh. That's why people don't do that anymore when they get to be an adult. That's why it's not good. That's why they say, like, don't do that, you know. But you always get, like, a reset button, you know what I mean? It's like, okay, I learned. Now I can just, you know, be better and, like, learn from my mistake. You know, when you're an adult, it's like, okay, you did that, and now your life is fucked. Your life is just done, you know? Not, like, super done. Like, that's a bit of an over-exaggeration, but it can happen in certain ways. Like, when you're a kid, you can get away with stealing, right? You know, you can steal. And, like, once you get started, they might send you to juvie, you know, if you're, like, a little bit older. But, like, 13, 14, you can steal, you know. And then you'll get in trouble. And then you'll be like, I don't like the way it feels to get arrested. I don't like that. That's bad. And so then you're not going to do that anymore. You'll be like, oh, okay, I get it. You know, if you're a smart individual. If you're stupid, then you might keep doing it again. You know. But when you're an adult, you steal, you go to jail. And if you don't go to jail, then you get, like, a couple $1,000 fine. And that's like, when you're an adult, you're also always working. You know, you're always going to be working as an adult. Like, you don't stop working when you're an adult till you retire, if you do retire. And even then, when you retire, you're still working to, like, you know, keep your emotional life intact, because, like, now you got nothing to do, you know. So you're always working as an adult. And so suddenly, now you're not even working for your own money. You're spending your money on something else. Some stupid mistake. Damn it, I stole. Now I got like $3,000 fine to pay. And think about it. If you're not working an amazing job, that's about like 3 to 4, I'd say 5, 6, like 5, 6 months of your pay. Because, like, you got to pay your bills. You got to live. You got to pay for your food. You got to do that. And if you got a girlfriend or a boyfriend or a wife or a husband, you got to pay for them. You know, you got to do all that. And on top of that, then that means that you're basically not spending any money for yourself and just being kind of a slave for like 4 to 5 months. That's the difference. You know, kid, slap on the wrist. You know, grounded. You know, things like that. Like when you're a kid, you can just like overdose on candy and then just like maybe get a stomach ache. When you're an adult, you do a whole bunch of candy. Now your teeth are falling out. Now you're having like diarrhea and stomach pains, and you're sitting there like, oh my god, this is horrible. I'm dying. Like, you can't do the same thing. When you're a kid, you can stay out late, you know, and like not care. You know, like, this is what adults do. You know, you stay out late. When you're a kid, you don't follow instructions. You're like, you know, you get a slap on the wrist. You're an adult. You know, you got a wife and a husband. You stay out late. Then all of a sudden the wife or the husband thinks you're out cheating. So then if they're a weirdo, then they're going to go out and they're going to cheat as well. And then you weren't even doing that. You were just out, you know, playing with the boys. But now your girl or your guy is out being frivolous because they think you're being frivolous and they think you're not being honest, you know, because you might go out and be like, oh, I was just out, you know, doing whatever. Or maybe you are out cheating, you know, then maybe you turn into that kind of person who does cheat, and then you're never able to have like an actually good, loving relationship in your life because there's always going to be this layer of frivolity and pain in your relationship. It's always going to be there, you know, like that's always going to be like a frustrating thing. So understand, like, everything can manifest in like so many different ways. So get the silly stuff out the way. Do it. Please do it. Don't worry about all that stuff, because when you're an adult and you never do it, you're going to sit there and you're going to get the urge. You're going to want to do it. Let's say you're a law-abiding, rule-following citizen. You know, you might get the urge to just like splurge out on ice cream every other night because, you know, you couldn't do that when you were a kid. You know, so now you want to do that. Now all of a sudden you got acne everywhere and you're fat. Then you end up one of those really, really fat people who doesn't do much. They're like, oh, well, I'm an adult, but I am really fat and I am kind of ugly. You know, like, oh my God. When you're a kid, if you dress stupid, you know, kids are just going to make fun of you at school, you know. And they're just not going to take it seriously, and then you'll learn, and then you'll want to dress better. You know, there it is, slap on the wrist. When you're an adult, you dress really crappy. People think you're homeless. They don't want to give you job opportunities. Now you can't make money. You can't make money. You can't do anything. Nobody takes you seriously. Girls or guys might not think you're attractive anymore because you're dressing like crap. You know, because you didn't get out the way. You're like, when I was a kid, I always did this, and, you know, now I'm an adult, I can do whatever I want. You know, like, no, my friends, no. Do it when you're a kid. Just get a slap on the wrist. Don't like fucking kill anybody, and don't kill yourself, okay? The only things that I'm excluding from this is anything that could get you killed or get another person that you care about killed. If any of that is going to happen, then don't do it. Don't fucking like die, okay? I'm not saying do that. Ow. I have gotten a message. Still delayed. Okay. But I've always liked Minecraft. Always liked Minecraft. Minecraft was so important to me as a kid. You know? Because I knew how important it was being a kid, I never bothered caring about adult stuff. Girls, I didn't even care about girls till I was like 16. You know, I never worried about, you know, trying to make a whole bunch of money, spending the money right, or anything like that. I mean, genuinely, I'd say till about like 15, 16, like when I started thinking about girls, the only thing I cared about was like Minecraft. I swear it was pretty much just Minecraft. And like, I guess hanging out with my friends, you know. It was Minecraft and hanging out with my friends. And that's all I wanted, you know. That's all. Then then at a certain age, you're gonna start liking boys or girls, and then you're gonna start to feel a little weird. then you're not gonna know what to do. You're like, what is this? Now you're suddenly gonna have something else to worry about, because the urge will be strong. The urge will be strong, my friends. It'll make you do some crazy stuff. I'll tell you that. You will do stuff you never thought. Oh man, guys, let me tell you. You will do stuff you never thought you would do in the pursuit of your hormones changing. Never thought you would do. You're younger and you're like, I'd never do that crap. That's disgusting. That is disgusting. That is weird. Why would I ever do that? Or that's horrible. Or that's mean. Or anything like that. You're gonna do some things. You're gonna do some things. All because of them hormones, you know. Suddenly, that guy or girl that was like, you know, whatever as a kid, like, oh, they're mean, or oh, they're nice, you know. Suddenly now it's like they're attractive. Really attractive. Am I attractive? Am I attractive to them? Are they attracted to me? Oh. And then, you know, depending on what kind of person you are, that's going to judge how it decides. You could be a shy person, or you could be a confident person, just go out and get what you want. you know, and or you might be somewhere in between. You might get like really, that's when the rough starts suffering. If people who just start out as confident, they just get into it really early. Those people who just be having people all the time, you know, they don't care. They never even learn to care. Then you go people in between, who like those are usually the people who either, you know, like usually people who get cheated on a lot. Then you have there are people who are always heartbroken. You know, the ones who are always heartbroken. Those are the ones in between. Then you get the ones who are too shy to even interact with it. Then they end up just completely like numb or confused to the idea of a relationship at all. They're just like, they don't even know. Then they become kind of like degenerative a little bit, you know, because like you need that stuff. Like it's part of our biology. You really do kind of like need that love and affection or anything to like really shape you out, make you into like a really solid person. You know, it's important. You miss out on that, you become either robotic or really confused about your own identity or anything like that. It's important. It's important. That's what I'm saying. I might have made some people upset with that one. I'm not going to elaborate further because it'll only make them more upset. I just hope that the people who did get upset by that, I hope that in time, you know, that they don't fight it for too long, you know, because they're gonna try to fight it. They're gonna try to do a whole bunch of things to really like push themselves out of that headspace, you know, because those ideas will suggest to them that something is wrong with them. And a lot of these people these days are really selfish and really like truly selfish, you know. And that's what I was talking about earlier. Like there are some people who think that they're selfless and are really selfish, and so they're so deeply concerned about their self-image in the wrong kind of way that they'll think that I've said that, you know, or they'll get the idea that what I said means that I'm saying something's wrong with them, you know. And I'm not gonna elaborate on which part, you know, but so that something's wrong with you. You know, you just haven't learned. Everybody will learn, you know. Like that is a thing. Like unless you're a person who's a murderer or you like enjoy hurting people, like unless you're like actually like a sadistic person who like genuinely enjoys people, which I believe that most people, like everybody has like a darker side to them. Everybody has a side to where like if they feel that it's justified, you know, then they may enjoy like maybe they enjoy sports or maybe they enjoy like victory or anything like that. But I'm talking to people who like taking those weaker than them and like to cause them like a sadistic kind of pain. You know what I mean? It can be emotional or it can be physical. It can be anything. You know, those are like the sociopath. I'm not talking about those. So if you're not that kind of person, then all you need to understand is that it's just a matter of time before you learn. You know? And some people it may take them longer. You know, some people really takes them a long time. And some of the unluckiest and some of the worst ones never learn. Because they stay in that angry mindset. And they can't allow themselves to move on and grow. So they stay there. And they don't bother trying to get out. You know, but those are the rare ones. That's really rare when you find that. Those are like the worst ones, you know, like the ones who just like they're old and they never really had much. They had like some success, but they're just like absolutely miserable. You know, like those people, those are the ones who didn't learn. The ones who died miserable, lived miserable, and just like continued on being miserable, like in just an absolute miserable way, never bothering to enjoy any kind of excitement or happiness except when it came to hurting others. Those are the people who never learned. They never learned. If you're not that kind of person, which most of you aren't, you know, you're the kind of person where you do genuinely find enjoyment in other aspects of life, you know, and like yes you have disappointments that may last for long periods of time, but there are things that make you happy, you know, maybe even if it's something simple like video games or, you know, talking with your friends or anything like that, you know, or goals that you have, anything like that. You know, if you're that kind of person, then you'll be fine. You'll be fine. You'll just have to learn over time. And then when you do learn these things, it's going to hurt you. It really will, because you'll have spent so much of your life fighting for a goal and a cause that you truly believed in, only to come and find that it wasn't what you wanted it to be. Brother man. Look. Alright. You hop on Discord real quick? Oh. No, but... No, that's fine. Oh. Actually, yes, I do. I'm getting a call. 1 second. Hello? I'm good. You? I have my ticket bought. I have a ticket leaving Saturday. So I ended up staying longer than I anticipated, but I have had a lot of time to think and cool down. I'm still going forward with my decision, but I'm being more thoughtful and calculating about it, because I definitely was in a very emotional headspace. So I gave myself more time to like settle in. I'm headed to Los Angeles. Yeah, I saw that, and I'm not gonna lie, it made me very sad to see that, because I definitely was like, oh, right now, oh, of all times, but yeah, I I personally think that I'll probably like for different opportunities there. Like I definitely want to stay in the loop. I'll probably come back in like a few months or so, maybe down the line when there's another thing going on. Definitely. I do. Okay. Okay. I definitely will. I'll look into that. I'll ask him about it. Thank you. This train. I'm gonna be on that train for 47 hours. Yes. Oh yeah. All right. I'll also record it too. So I'll record that, and I will be shortly, I'd say in like a day or two, I will be having some songs that I want to send you. All right. And thank you for calling. I really appreciate it. All right. You too. Damn. Like for real documenting like emotionally really emotionally taxing things for me right now. I really did just spend 2 years here, and I developed some like connections that I really love here. But I know it's not the place for me, especially at least not right now. At least not right now. You know? I guess I'll get ready to go in about 45 minutes. That still gives me enough time. No. Alright, so what do we do? It's our last time gonna be on this world for a while. What should we do? Should get some glowstone. I just want to fill like this middle layer with glowstone. I really do. Except for that. I want to leave that open because that's when the sun shines. The sun shines right through here. I love it. So I'll fill that with glowstone. I'll fill that with glowstone. So I gotta... Right, I wanted to make armor. That's fine. I'll just use what I have. Actually, I wanted to... I think I can make armor out of this, can't I? No. Glass. Minecraft has been important to me for so long. That's why it's like kind of like my comfort game, I guess. It sounds really Generation Z, I know. Really dumb. But if I were to have a quote-unquote comfort game, let me tell you, this is the one. Like when I am old, you know, and I'm on my deathbed, and if I end up, I don't know, paralyzed or something, I hope to God not. But if I end up in some kind of situation like that, I'm really old and I've completed all the things that I've completed out to do, and you know, there's nothing left, and bro, just put me in VR, virtual reality Minecraft, and just let me, like, mod it too, like not vanilla, like make it like this, you know what I mean, so I can have my machines and have my adventures and just do whatever. Like, yeah, I'll have my good moments and I have my bad moments, but I'll have my own world to, you know, like, it's my own new world. Especially if I can do it with my friends. If I can do it with my friends, that right there would be like perfect. But I know you can't have everything. But you know, and maybe you can. You know, you could have like NPCs in the future. I'm sure the game will be more developed by then. But you put me in there, and you just let me like exist there. Like, I don't need no sexual shit. Like, for real. I'm sure I'll have like more than my fill of like sexual shit. Like, I'm not even that crazy about that even now. You know, like, I don't care about all that. Just put me right here. Right here. Yep. Chances are, though, I'm probably gonna die doing something really crazy. That's me, you know, like, that's definitely seems more likely of how I die. But if I end up living a long and bountiful life, you know, to where I do have like a peaceful kind of end, like, don't like leave me out in some like cliffside or whatever, because it's gonna be weird, you know, like the bugs are gonna start to like come over and it's gonna get scary and it's gonna get nighttime. Like, that's a little scary. I don't like that. But Put me right here. Put me in Minecraft. Let me enjoy this. I wanted this for so many years of my life. You think I wouldn't enjoy being in here? Even now when I have like, but I've got things to do, like, I can still get into this, you know? I'm 20 years old, still loving this game, loving everything about it. It's like, genuinely it's one of those kind of games, you know? It's one of those kind of games. The ones that be hitting different, my friends. Hitting different. Alright, I want a bow. How do I get one? Alright. Ooh. Iron bow? Diamond bow. Diamond bow. Tin, thermal, shiny bronze, ender bow. This bow. I want a diamond bow. 3 string, a stick, and 2 diamonds? Bro, I'm about to make a diamond bow right now. Can I make a green one? There's no green ones down there. Damn, it's gotta be blue. That's fine. I'll take my blue bow. I'm gonna have to go on a spider hunt, kill some spiders. Maybe there's some down there. In some of my chests. I'll take those. Before I started really listening to music, you know, like my first bit of music was an MP3 player when my aunt gave me when I was like 7. Something. It was a really, and it wasn't like a iPod either. It was like one of those clunky MP3 players. It ran off of a freaking AAA battery. I remember it was kind of like, imagine how would I explain it? Imagine like a miniature soda can. Like a really miniature soda can, and it's kind of like triangular, you know, and it's got like MP3 logo on one side, battery opener on one side, and I guess parts underneath. It was weird. It was like a little pill, like a big pill, big little silver pill. That was my MP3 player. It was really weird, and it had like, I'd say like 100 songs on there. That definitely shaped my music taste a lot. There was a lot of DJ Earworm. I don't know if you guys ever know. If you guys know who DJ Earworm is, man, you are on the right sides of the internet. But DJ Earworm, he like makes these remixes of all of the best songs for one specific year. And I think the song that I had was all the best songs of that year remixed into one big song. Oh my god, the 2009 one. Oh man, that was the one that she had on there, and it was so good. It was so good. I still have that song now. You know, like I don't stop listening to songs after a while. Like I just keep collecting and adding them to my playlist. think my list now has gotten to be about like 2,000. Because I only add songs that I really, really like to my playlist. I don't just add any song. You know, like I've got to love that song for me to add it to my list. I need some spiders, please. Spiders. And I had that as my MP3 player. But then when I finally got a Kindle, that was like my first bit of technology. That was back when like the most popular games was Angry Birds. Bro, before Minecraft, it was Angry Birds. Angry Birds was short-lived because once Minecraft came along, it just took the fucking placement and nothing ever pushed Minecraft out. Like some games got really cool. You know, like Undertale was very cool. Definitely had a phase where like I really loved Undertale. But that shit came out when I was in like 8th grade, Undertale. But Minecraft will always be the top. Minecraft just always is #1. Like, there's nothing you can do about it. It just always will be. So, when I got the Kindle, I had, like, Angry Birds on there, and I couldn't get the Pocket Edition Minecraft for a while, you know? And so, like, I just played Angry Birds and played other stuff, but I had, like, the music thing. You know what music I was listening to? Minecraft music. That was like my first actual like music that I ever really listened to. This stuff that you're hearing right now, this one didn't come out for a while. This is beta. But the alpha mix, you know, Sweden, Hagastrom, you know, little mice on Venus, all of that stuff. That was all I listened to as a kid. Like Minecraft day in, Minecraft day out. Never forget that. And I didn't even have like a real account. Like I wanted to play it so much and I never even got to play it that much as a kid. I'd say I had the first time I ever really got to play Minecraft was on when you could get like Minecraft cracked websites, you know? That was crazy. What is this? I'm not going through the front door of that. That's weird. Super sketch. I remember the first time that I heard these songs. It was the first time that I played Minecraft 1.7.2 because that was the first time I got to play modded. I loved modded Minecraft. Still do to this day. Like modded Minecraft is super important to me. That's why I said like, oh boy. Let me get out of here. I used to watch like Volts Wars. Sunday did a lot of modded stuff. Oh no! Where are they coming from? I need an adult. I am an adult. Ooh. Now that I'm an adult, I care about different things, obviously. Like, I genuinely really want to, like, change the world, really. It's very important to me that I do things that I have a positive influence, you know? Like, I want my net positive influence by the time I'm dead to be, like, greater than most. You know, I want to be above average. Not sure if I can get to be the best, but... because there's a lot of people who've done a lot of good stuff out there, I'm not going to lie, and I'm far from perfect. But, if I could do that and, like, have, like, a really significant net positive that I've contributed to the world with my life, that's like, the most important thing to me, you know? Minecraft will have to wait till I'm on my deathbed. Or in the moments like this, when I have like maybe a day or two of free time, like time to myself, you know, like real time to myself, because I'm sure like when I'm an adult and like I gotta have kids and everything, and like because I definitely want kids at some point, you know. If I'm an adult and I have kids and everything, I'm gonna want to focus on them. Like that's what I'm gonna want to focus on, not anything like this, you know. Like there'll always be an opportunity to better myself, always an opportunity to really like move myself up higher into life. So I'll never stop going for that. Where, where in the world? Where did? Oh, okay. I was really confused. I hate you. Sure. You're a jerk. Oh, a spawner. I didn't even know this was in this mod pack. Damn. I wonder what mod this is from. So, Thaumcraft. I see. Lula would be very happy about this. I was looking for string, right? Oh, this can go in there. Golden apple. Very interesting. Iridium ore. Is that? Let's just grab. RF tools. Flour? I like flour. Alright, I wanted string this whole time. That's all I wanted. I'm gonna set a spawn thing here. Because then eventually I can come back and I can collect those spawners at some point and turn them into a farm. Don't know when that would be. It'll be at some point. And yeah. What I was looking for was spiders. Now I see. You are a tree. Natural crafting table. Interesting. Hello, water. You know what else is important to me? This might surprise you. Doctor Who. Love that show. Truly, truly do love that show. That show is my favorite show of all time. Second favorite show of all time, Metalocalypse. Metalocalypse is goated. Just permanently goated. But Doctor Who, that's what I've got on right now. I got on the David Tennant thing. And oddly enough, David Tennant is not my favorite Doctor, but he is the one that I want to be like the most. My favorite Doctor is Peter Capaldi. He's awesome. but I want to be more like the man David Tennant was. You know, people were like he kind of commanded respect. He came into a room, you know, the way that he was, just kind of came out, and people, and they did, you know. But he wasn't like nobody. People only feared him when they had to. You know what I mean? Like, people weren't like afraid of him. They were happy to have him around. They loved him, but they had like the kind of thing that's like, it's not. It's like respect grants you the same kind of thing as fear, but in a positive way. Like, positive fear is like respect, which may sound weird, you know. But when people are afraid of you, they don't want to try you. They don't want to see like, oh, let me see if I can get away with doing something messed up to you. You know what I mean? That's what fear will do. If somebody's afraid of you, they're not going to try to do anything that's going to get you on their bad side. But when somebody respects you, it's the exact same thing, but it's not a what's it called? When it's a respect thing, it's not a negative thing. It's a positive way that they fear you. Not fear you, but they don't want to try you because they respect you. You know? It's the same thing, and that's what he did. He commanded a kind of respect where nobody wanted to try him, whether it's like the people in the show or how they treated him, or people that are like him in real life. You know, nobody wants to, because they just respect him too much. They don't want to do that. You know, I think Matt Smith and Peter Capaldi, they did it, like, I loved them. They were awesome. But the way that people saw them, like, people were too fast to disrespect Peter Capaldi. And that was because of the way he carried himself. You know, he carried himself in a way that was like, you know, like he always had to prove himself to be like, hey, no, I'm not the one you're gonna disrespect. Like, right off, like, he always had to do it. David Tennant, it was like right off bat, like, you know, like, no, like, I'm not the one, you know. People just kind of just knew, like, he was bad, man. Then you had Matt Smith, and it was totally different. You know, he had like this kind of aura where, like, you kind of like, he was a little too goofy. You know what I mean? Not that it was a bad thing by any means. He was definitely like the funniest doctor, like 100% the funniest doctor that there was. Like, I was always having so much fun when he was on screen. You know, there's just definitely always having fun. But you know, he always had to like scare people, you know, in order to like make them understand. Like, that was like always his go-to. Like everybody knows that you're powerful, dude. Everyone knows that you're powerful. You can do some stuff, but like, people would like disrespect him every now and then. You know what I mean? And like, as soon as they would disrespect Matt Smith, then he'd do something to scare everybody. You know what I mean? Like, hey, guess what? I'm dark and brutal and filled with hatred. You know, it was a lot for him. Hello? Alright, we hung up. Well, anyway. Yeah. Jodie Whittaker, her character... See, I'm only gonna go based off of how she acted. How she acted and how she behaved. You know?
I am back where it all began.
Oh, hello, Cologne. I was just talking to the stream about... What's it called? I was just talking to the stream about which doctor of Doctor Who that I liked the best and why I liked them.
Well, Jaden, you see?
Oh, brother man.
Hi, Jaden.
What's up? Dude, return
We
to
should just take everything off the table so I can sit my guitar.
return to Origins.
I'm on anything.
I know you guys can't see, but right now he's got a big old guitar on his lap, and he's whipping it out. He's whipping out his big old guitar.
to be fixed.
Got the thing there.
Aren't those supposed to be like lines?
Hmm?
Aren't those supposed to be like lines? Okay.
Oh, sleeping.
What did they do?
I'm sorry, cows, but I have to slaughter you. Right. What I was saying was, Jodie Whittaker, I'm only going to be talking about her character and not the writing, because I think everyone can agree that the writing for the show was bad, but she as an actor wasn't bad. The problem that I didn't like about her character was that
Okay, then. I
she
don't want
was
to.
very,
You know what I want?
she was very demanding,
I want to
you
pierce
know?
him, right?
Like,
You pierce him about? Now I
and
want
she kind of
to.
had like this prudence about her, you know, like this prudence of I'm a good person and I'm gonna do things like the good person way, and I'd never do anything bad. Like this kind of self-righteous attitude that like it's fine. That's the personality that the doctor can have. The doctor can have that kind of personality if that's the setting that they're in. But knowing the doctor's past and how much evil stuff the doctor, or not evil, but wrong stuff the doctor has done, then it becomes a very different kind of thing. Because the doctor is
Jada.
always, yeah.
You're not streaming Discord, are you?
Streaming Discord? No, just my voice, just the voice, the audio, and my Minecraft.
Alright, bro.
Oh, I know where all the go.
I want to keep this Sakura suffering. I like it. Why are all of the animals so far away? Oh, I already got meat. I'm silly. I was trying to get cobblestone.
This one. I don't know. No. Wait.
Christopher Eccleston, he was just cool. You know, no complaints. He was a cool guy. Cool guy. Brilliant. Fantastic. He said those things a lot. Brilliant. Fantastic.
Oh, sorry. So, that's a good book.
I need a backpack. What are you doing? Oh, you're putting new strings on your guitar.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah.
I can put.
But there's nail glue which works way better.
What do I need?
Nail glue? Like the shit that you genuinely put on your nails?
Nail. It's kind of big for the scene. I mean, it's kind of small for the camera.
I like the cyber.
Can you turn on this light?
Alexa,
Sorry, I'm having trouble connecting to the internet. It looks like a router issue, so try restarting it. Unplug the router, wait 10 seconds, then plug it back in.
I thought that was Momo talking for a second, and it scared me. I was like, what? Alright. Off to find the spider, the wonderful spider of Oz. Because. Off to find the spider, the wonderful spider of Oz. The spider! And I think it's a spider. Oh, he's poisonous! No! Oh no! That means that there's a spawner over here. Taking your webs.
Hold this.
this?
Just hold it down there first.
I think that's too low, right?
Damn, why am I not running?
That's not too low.
It is, but I just need to get the string on there first.
I learned how to play the song on my friend's phone.
Was my character full?
I'm gonna sip it. That's good.
You gotta be kidding me. I keep losing my ability to jump. My frame rate's going down. That's also what's happening. Why is that happening?
Why does that sound like Moppy's song?
No.
Hello?
Clean the kitchen real quick. It's not on the dishes. Hurry the fuck up and do it. Don't lollygag. That means put the dishes on the table and then just bring them away and wash whatever's in the sink. And do it now. I'm on my way home. Hurry up.
Okay. Do you want to say hi to KJ?
See you in the pig. I'm on my way.
No, Meg.
Hurry up with the kitchen.
Okay.
Like, sometimes we hang up and start. I'm looking at the camera.
Okay.
Okay. I think she wants you to do the quick
Really? Really? For some seeds? My inventory is full! Please stop running out of sprint. Oh my god. I know how to play this game, guys. I promise. I promise I know how to play this game. Nope. No. Yep. Okay. Finally. tree, bro. You are the reason for all of my destruction. Now plant a good tree. Not you. Here. Now I can do that thing. Ha ha. Ha 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 ha. Yes! Yes! This is what I wanted. This is what I wanted. Bam. Yes! Oh, man. I just don't care. I just don't care. I just don't care. Alright. Let's take only the essentials. Let me do it for you.
Damn, a guitar. I mean, if only you had a drummer. If only you had a drummer.
Oh, is that Damien? Bro.
Yes, sir.
What's...
You talking to me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I do need a drummer.
If only you were in the New York City area and you need a drummer. I don't know, man.
Hey, that's kind of crazy you say that. I do live in a place that's very close to New York City.
Is it Connecticut or something? I don't know. I'm guessing.
Yes.
Yeah, I guess that because Jaden used to live there, didn't you?
Yeah.
Jaden?
Yes. Yes, I did.
Yeah.
Dude. How you been holding up, my guy?
Recently got in contact with an old friend, and we've been talking about building a cabin in the woods for the past week.
Interesting.
You know, if you're ever suicidal or depressed, go build a cabin in the woods. If you think about it, you'll be buff. You'll be like super buff by the time you finish because of all the manual labor, and you'll have a cabin in the woods. You spent so much time on this one project, you will literally not want to kill yourself anymore. It's the key to not being depressed. It's a cabin in the woods.
Seems you've been thinking about this a lot, brother man.
Wait, did I mention it to you?
Brother man, I think
Oh,
you've
yeah, I did.
mentioned I think you've mentioned a cabin in the woods to me at least 6 times in the last 2 months.
Yeah. Yeah. At first it was a joke, and then I actually started talking about it with a friend, and I'm like, damn,
Brother
this
man,
is
it was never
possible.
a joke. It was never a joke. You wanted to build a cabin in the woods.
Because we looked into property. We looked into like property,
Yeah.
how much property costs in rural places, and so we were looking in like North Carolina and all that. We were looking in like Wyoming where it's cheap, and it turns out you can buy like a good 7 acres of land in.
Isn't the whole
North
idea of
Carolina.
living in the woods is that you living off the grid?
Yeah,
Okay.
that. Well, you need to buy land because
No,
if some random guy with a chainsaw is gonna walk into the forest and be like, you know what? Let's chop down all these trees.
but you are aware that that is not off the grid, though, right? As long as you know that, that's not off the grid. That's very much on the grid.
I think I'm giving up on the idea on abandoning everyone to live in a cabin in the woods.
Well, that's a
I
helpful.
think I just want a cabin in the woods at this point.
It's a helpful thought process. I support your cabin, brother man. I support your cabin.
I just got back from drumming practice. My arms and feet feel like they're gonna fall off. Yeah, it's great.
It's a good thing, right?
It's a lot of work being put into it. I stood up. I stood up for after like an hour of just straight playing, and there was an entire like sweat streak going down from my ass to my knees. So, yeah.
Hell yeah, dude. That's called being a man.
But there is an imbalance in my arms now. After like a year of playing, there's an imbalance in my arms.
Why?
You could clearly see that one one is more muscular than the other.
Bro, just jerk off with the other arm.
For real.
Come on.
Easy fix.
For real.
Easier said than done.
No, it's not.
No, it's just not. Just do
I
it.
am living proof that it is just as easy.
I'd say it'll require some getting used to, but other than that, no, you're good.
Not even, bro. It feels like somebody else's hand. You're straight.
Hmm.
You don't want to get used to it.
Bro, why? I don't need to hear this, man.
Hey,
It's
why
alright.
don't you drum up some business with that left hand, man?
For real.
I'm up some hose, if you know what I mean,
For
dog.
real.
Shit. How come you can hit those beats, but you can't hit some bitches?
For real.
I don't know. You know, there a couple years back, there